Senate will come to order. Mr. Schauffele, please call the roll.
Senators Amabile,
Excuse.
Baisley, Ball, Bridges,
Excuse.
Bright, Carson, Catlin,
Excuse.
Cutter, Danielson, Doherty, Exum,
Excuse.
Frizzell,
Excuse.
Gonzalez,
Excuse.
Hendrickson,
Excuse. Oh, he's here. Let's keep going.
Judah, Kipp, Kirkmeyer, Colker, Liston, Lundeen,
Excuse.
Marchman,
Excuse.
Michelson Genet, Mullica,
Excuse.
Pelton B, Pelton R, Rich, Roberts. He's not in there. Rodriguez, Simpson, Snyder, Sullivan, Weissman, Winter, Amabile, Catlin, Exum, Senate District 17 vacant. Mr. President. Lundeen. Mr. President.
Let's do this. Morning roll call is 29 present, 0 absent, 5 excused, 1 vacant. We have a quorum. Senator Snyder, would you please lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
Thank you, Mr. President. Please join me in the recitation of the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Approval of the journal. Senator Rich.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move the Senate Journal of February 28th, 2025 be approved as corrected by the Secretary.
You've heard the motion. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, no. The ayes have it miraculously, and that motion is adopted yet again. Senate Services.
Correctly printed, Senate Bill 184 and 185. Correctly engrossed, Senate Bill 79. Correctly revised, House Bill 1050, 1081, and 1129. Correctly enrolled, Senate Bill 19.
Committee reports.
Committee on Health and Human Services. After consideration on the merits, the committee recommends the following. Senate Bill 78 be amended as follows, and as so amended be referred to the Committee of the Whole with favorable recommendation and with the recommendation that it be placed on the consent calendar. Committee on Health and Human Services. After consideration on the merits, the committee recommends the following. Senate Bill 85 be amended as follows, and as so amended be referred to the Committee of the Whole with favorable recommendation. Committee on Agriculture and Natural Resources. After consideration on the merits, the committee recommends the following. Senate Bill 176 be amended as follows, and as so amended be referred to the Committee on Appropriations with favorable recommendations. Committee on Agriculture and Natural Resources. After consideration on the merits, the committee recommends the following. Senate Bill 128 be amended as follows, and as so amended be referred to the Committee of the Whole with favorable recommendation. Committee on Agriculture and Natural Resources, after consideration on the merits, the committee recommends the following. Senate Bill 174 be referred favorably to the Committee on Appropriations. Mr. President, the Committee on Agriculture and Natural Resources has had under consideration and has had a hearing on the following appointments and recommends that the appointments be placed on the consent calendar and confirmed. Member of the Colorado Tourism Office Board of Directors for a term expiring June 1st, 2027, Amanda Parsons of Denver, Colorado, to serve as a representative of the hotel, motel, and lodging industry, occasioned by the resignation of Daniel Perallo of Steamboat Springs, Colorado, appointed. Mr. President, the Committee on Agriculture and Natural Resources has had under consideration and has had a hearing on the following appointments and recommends the appointments to be placed on the consent calendar and confirmed. Members of the Colorado Tourism Office Board of Directors for a term expiring June 1st, 2026. Bruce Dalton of Aurora, Colorado, to serve as a representative of the destination marketing industry, occasioned by the resignation of Rachel Brown of Durango, Colorado, appointed. For terms expiring June 1st, 2028. Vinay Patidar of Denver, Colorado, to serve as a representative of the tourism-related retail industry and small business, reappointed. Jennifer Shea of Steamboat Springs, Colorado, to serve as a representative of the ski industry, appointed. Committee on State Veterans and Military Affairs. After consideration on the merits, the committee recommends the following. Senate Bill 138 be postponed indefinitely. Committee on State Veterans and Military Affairs. After consideration on the merits, the committee recommends the following. Senate Bill 136 be postponed indefinitely.
Third reading of bills. Consent calendar. Mr. Schaffler, please read the titles of all the bills on the consent calendar.
House Bill 1081 by Representatives Martinez and Soper and Senator Weissman concerning reporting statistics on restitution payments. House Bill 1050 by Representative Garcia and Senator Amabile concerning an exception to the requirement that a county with a population of 2,000 or more maintain its own county jail for a county that enters into an intergovernmental agreement for a multi-jurisdictional county jail.
Majority Leader Rodriguez.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move for the passage of all the bills on third reading of bills consent calendar, which includes House Bill 1081 and House Bill 1050.
Any discussion on any of the bills? Seeing none, the motion is the passage of all the bills on the third reading of bills consent calendar. Are there any no votes? Senators Baisley.
Thank you, Mr. President, and good morning.
Good morning.
I'd like to be counted as a no vote on House Bill 1081, please.
Senator Baisley will be counted as a no vote on House Bill 1081. Senator Pelton R.
Thank you, Mr. President. I wish to be recorded as a no on 1081 also. Thank you.
Senator Pelton R. will be recorded as a no on 1081. Senator Pelton B.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'd like to be counted as a no vote on House Bill 1081.
Senator Pelton B. will be recorded as a no vote on House Bill 1081. Senator Liston.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, I would like to be counted as a no vote on House Bill 1081. Thank you.
Senator Liston will be counted as a no vote on House Bill 1081. Senator Kirkmeyer.
Thank you, Mr. President. I wish to be counted as a no vote on 1081.
Senator Kirkmeyer will be counted as a no vote on 1081. Mr. Minority Leader, please.
And now for something completely different. I'd like to be recorded as a no vote on House Bill 1081.
What? Senator Lundeen, the Minority Leader, will be counted as a no vote on House Bill 1081. Senator Rich.
Thank you, Mr. President. I ask to be counted as a no vote on
1081.
House Bill 1081.
You got it. Senator Rich will be recorded as a no vote on 1081. Senator Catlin.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'd like to be listed as a no vote on House Bill 1081.
Senator Catlin will be listed as a no vote on House Bill 1081. Senator Carson.
Thank you, Mr. President. I ask to be recorded as a no vote on House Bill 1081.
Senator Carson will be recorded as a no vote on House Bill 1081. Senator Weissman, any other no votes? Seeing none, with a vote of 20 ayes, 9 noes, 0 absent, 5 excused, and 1 vacant, House Bill 1081 is passed. Co-sponsors. Come on, y'all. Senators Michelson Janae, Henriksen, Colker, Winter, Kipp, Judah, Ball. Exum. Cutter. Please add the president. With a vote of 29 ayes, 0 noes, 0 absent, 5 excused, and 1 vacant, House Bill 1050 is passed. Co-sponsors: Senators Roberts, Doherty, Ball. Do you know what you co-sponsored? I'm just messing with you. Please add the president. And Senator Michelson Janae as a co-sponsor. Senator Weissman as a co-sponsor. Third reading of bills, final passage. Mr. Schaffler, please read the title of Senate Bill 79.
Senate Bill 79 by Senators Rich and Roberts and Representatives Taggart and Jackson concerning the Colorado Vending of Digital Assets Act.
Senator Rich.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move Senate Bill 25079. Ask for an aye vote.
Any further discussion? Seeing none, the motion is the passage of Senate Bill 79. Are there any no votes? Senator Baisley. Liston. Ball. Pelton B. Any no votes? With a vote of 25 ayes, 4 noes, 0 absent, 5 excused, and 1 vacant, Senate Bill 79 is passed. Co-sponsors: Senators Kipp, Mr. Schaffler, please read the title to House Bill 1129.
House Bill 1129 by Representatives Ryden and Garcia and Senators Amabile and Ball concerning a peer-to-peer behavioral health services program for offenders nearing release from a correctional facility.
Senator Ball.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move House Bill 251129.
On third
On third reading
and
and
final.
final passage.
Very good. Any further discussion? Seeing none, the motion is the passage of House Bill 1129. Are there any no votes? Oh, wow. Senator Baisley. Rich. Liston. Pelton R. Carson. Pelton B. With a vote of 23 ayes, 6 noes, 0 absent, 5 excused, and 1 vacant, House Bill 1129 is passed. Co-sponsors: Senators Winter, Michelson Janae, Henriksen, Kipp, Judah, Weissman, Cutter, Snyder, Exum, Doherty, Danielson, please add the president. General orders. Second reading of the bill's consent calendar. Senator Winter.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move the Senate resolve itself into the Committee of the Whole for consideration of general orders, second reading of bills consent calendar.
You heard the motion. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, no. The motion is adopted. The Senate will resolve itself into the Committee of the Whole for consideration of general orders, second reading of bills, consent calendar, and Senator Winter will take the chair.
The committee will come to order, and the court rule is relaxed for everyone in the chamber. Will the clerk please read the title of all the bills on general orders, second reading bills, consent calendar?
Senate Bill 133 by Senator Snyder and Representatives Soper and Camacho concerning avoidable transactions and in connection therewith updating the Colorado Uniform Fraudulent Transfers Act and renaming it the Colorado Avoidable Transactions Act.
Majority
House
Leader.
Bill 1053 by Representatives Morrow and Weinberg and Senators Marchman and Baisley concerning limited immunity from civil liability for landowners who allow access to their property for entry and exit in connection with an emergency. House Bill 1084 by Representative McCormick and Senators Marchman and Simpson concerning the substitution of gender-neutral language for gendered language in Title 35 of the Colorado Revised Statutes.
Majority Leader Rodriguez.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I move passage of all the bills on second reading of bills consent calendar and the accompanying committee reports, which are Senate Bill 133 and the Finance Report, House Bill 1053, and House Bill 1084.
Is there any discussion on the committee reports? The motion before the body is the adoption of the committee reports on general orders, second reading of bills, consent calendar. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. The ayes have it, and the committee reports are adopted. Is there any discussion on any of the bills on the consent calendar? The motion before the body is the adoption of all the bills on the general orders, second reading of bills, consent calendar. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, no. The ayes have it, and the bills are adopted. Majority Leader Rodriguez.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I move the committee rise and report.
The motion is for the committee to rise and report. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, no.
No.
The ayes have it, and the motion is adopted. The committee will rise and report.
Senate will come to order. Senator Winter.
Thank you, Mr. President. The committee has met and had a number of bills under consideration. Will the clerk please read the report?
February 28, 2025, Mr. President, your committee of the whole begs leave to report as it had under consideration the following attached bills, being the second reading thereof, and makes the following recommendations thereon. Senate Bill 133, as amended, passed on second reading and ordered engrossed and placed on the calendar for third reading and final passage.
Senator Winter.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move the report.
Senate 205. It's a great motion, though.
February 28, 2025, Mr. President, your committee of the whole begs leave to report as it had under consideration the following attached bills, being the second reading thereof, and makes the following recommendations thereon. Senate Bill 133, as amended, passed on second reading and ordered engrossed and placed on the calendar for third reading and final passage. House Bill 1053, House Bill 1084, passed on second reading and ordered revised and placed on the calendar for third reading and final passage.
Senator Winter.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move the report.
The motion is the adoption of the committee of the whole report. Are there any no votes? With a vote of 29 ayes, 0 noes, 0 absent, 5 excused, and 1 vacant, the committee of the whole report is adopted. Senate Bill 133 is amended, passed in second reading, ordered engrossed and placed on the calendar for third reading and final passage. House Bill 1053, House Bill 1084, passed in second reading, ordered revised and placed on the calendar for third reading and final passage. General orders, second reading of bills. Senator Winter.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move the Senate resolve itself into the committee of the whole for consideration of general orders, second reading of bills.
You've heard the motion. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, no? Very good. The ayes have it, and the motion is adopted. The Senate will resolve themselves in committee of the whole for consideration of general order, second reading of the bills, and Senator Winter will take the chair.
The committee will come to order, and the court rule is relaxed for everyone in the chamber. Mr. Majority Leader.
Got to read the bill first.
What?
Got to read the bill first.
Oh. Will the clerk please read the title to Senate Bill
House Bill.
1029? House Bill 1029. Sorry.
House Bill 1029 by Representatives Basnicker and Kipp and Senator Kipp concerning the scope of municipal authority over land that a municipality acquires that is outside its municipal limits.
Mr. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I move to lay over House Bill 1029 until Monday, March the 3rd.
The motion before us is to lay over House Bill 1029 until Monday, March 3rd. All those in favor say aye. All those opposed, no. House Bill 1029 is laid over. Will the clerk please read the title to Senate Bill 146?
Senate Bill 146 by Senators Rich and Michelson, Genet, and Representatives Hartsook and Lukens concerning alignment of fingerprint-based criminal history record check laws with federal requirements.
Senator Rich.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I move Senate Bill 146 and the Business, Labor, and Technology Report.
To the report. Sarah Rich.
Thank you, Madam Chair. We did one small amendment that regarding the payment of the fingerprint-based criminal history record check. I ask for an aye vote.
The motion before us is the adoption of the Business, Labor, and Technology Committee report. All those in favor say aye.
Good.
All those opposed, no. The committee report is adopted. To the bill. Sarah Michelson, Genet.
This bill aligns our language with the language required by the FBI to have background checks completed as we have requested them in the many compacts that we have passed over the years.
Sarah Rich.
Thank you, Madam Chair. And just to be clear, this bill does not create any new background checks or remove that requirement for any of the impacted licenses, certifications, and registrations. I ask for an aye vote.
Is there any further discussion on Senate Bill 146? Seeing none, the motion before the body is the adoption of Senate Bill 146. All those in favor say aye. All those opposed, no. The ayes have it, and 146 is adopted. Mr. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I move the committee rise and report.
The motion before the committee is to rise and report. All those in favor say aye. Those opposed, no. The ayes have it, and the committee will rise and report.
Senate will come to order. Senator Winter.
Mr. President, thank you. Your committee of the whole begs leave to report it has had a number of bills under consideration, and the following attached bills being the second reading thereof, it makes the following recommendations. That's your job, right?
That was really good, though.
You know, I'm just filling in.
That's right. But the committee has met, correct?
Yes.
Maybe made a number of bills under consideration? Would you like the clerk to read the report, Senator Winter?
Will the clerk please read the report? I don't need to read the report. The clerk should.
February 28, 2025. Mr. President, your committee of the whole begs leave to report it has had under consideration the following attached bills, being the second reading thereof, and makes the following recommendations thereon. Senate Bill 146, as amended, passed on second reading and ordered engrossed and placed on the calendar for third reading and final passage. House Bill 1029, laid over until March 3rd, 2025, and retaining its place on the calendar.
Senator Winter.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move the report.
The motion is the adoption of the committee of the whole report. Are there any no votes? With a vote of 29 ayes, 0 no, 0 absent, 5 excused, and 1 vacant, committee of the whole report is adopted. Senate Bill 146 as amended, passed in second reading, order engrossed and placed on the calendar for third reading and final passage. House Bill 1029 laid over until 3/3/2025 and retaining its place on the calendar. Governor's appointments, consideration of governor's appointments consent calendar. Mr. Schaffler, please read the appointment list on the consent calendar.
Member of the Financial Services Board for a term expiring July 1st, 2025. Sean Robert Davis of Monte Vista, Colorado, to serve as an executive officer of a state savings and loan association occasioned by the resignation of Michael George Hurst of Del Norte, Colorado, appointed.
Majority Leader Rodriguez.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move for the passage of the recommendations for the governor's appointment consent calendar, which is Sean Robert Davis of Monte Vista for the Financial Services Board.
Is there any discussion? Seeing none, the motion is the confirmation of the appointment on the consent calendar. Are there any no votes on the consent calendar? With a vote of 29 ayes, 0 noes, 0 absent, 5 excused, and 1 vacant, the appointment is confirmed. Announcements. Would the President Pro Tem like to come up to be the president?
Ready. All right, would the Senate choir please assemble to wish a happy birthday to members with interim birthdays during the month of July? Come on, choir, I don't see anybody down here. Let me have a choir. Bring me a choir. That's one. Bring me a choir. Come on, people.
Come on, Janice, let's do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bring me a choir.
How do we say, dear Senator?
Oh, my.
All right. The birthdays are Senator Robert Rodriguez on July 2nd, Senator Eman Judah on July 8th, Senator Dylan Roberts on July 17th, Senator James Coleman on July 20th, Senator Mark Catlin on July 24th, and Senator Kyle Mullica on July 31st. Let's sing to these people.
Okay.
Happy birthday
to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear senators. Happy birthday to you. Woohoo! What, are you going to finish up, Blondine?
Oh, you got it.
Blondine.
May the good Lord bless you, shower blessings on you. May the good Lord bless all my dear colleagues. May the good Lord bless you in honor of Perry Will.
Finished without that. There you go.
No, keep it on. Keep it on. Sorry, I was not paying attention.
Okay. Thank you very much, colleagues. Any additional announcements? Senator Judah.
Thank you, Mr. President. I ask for a moment of personal privilege.
Granted.
Thank you. Members, each of you have this on your desks. I've done this every year since being elected. This weekend, we start Ramadan. It's the holiest month in Islam, where we fast from dawn to sunset. We abstain from all food, all drink, chewing gum, any consumption, including water. We will fast about 13 hours a day, and we just ask that you kind of take into consideration the dehydration, the tiredness, and definitely know every single one of you has Muslims in your district, and so this is a great way to accommodate their needs and also show that you are educated about it. But I would also say that it is very much okay to eat in front of your Muslim friends. So thank you and happy Ramadan.
Thank you, Senator Judah. Senator Sullivan.
Thank you, Mr. President. May I have a moment of personal privilege?
Granted.
Today is the 658th Friday since my son Alex was murdered with 11 others in the Aurora Theater Massacre on July 20, 2012. It's also his 27th birthday, and apparently it was the president's birthday as well. The past 658 Fridays, I have been interviewed hundreds of times, and I have been asked thousands of questions, some of them repeatedly. This past week, a reporter asked me, for I believe which was probably the first time, has it been worth it? I quickly recalled Alex's funeral at St. Michael's as I stood at the altar to give a eulogy of what 27 years with Alex had meant to me. The church had over 4,000 people in it. You couldn't fit another person in there. The Archbishop was there. The governor was there. the mayor, the chief of police, our family, Alex's friends who survived that night. One of the young girls had come directly from the hospital in a wheelchair in front of us with her arm all bandaged up with the two fingers that had been blown off of her hand wrapped around her. And neighbors I had never met before. I took that all in as I stood in front of them, and I told myself right then that I don't know how or I don't know when, but I will try and thank each and every one of them for the support that they showed my family that day. I hope that they still support us, because this I can do. I can stand in front of the anger and the hatred and the lack of empathy and compassion for those impacted by the health crisis that is gun violence. I'm confident that we are making change and we are saving lives. Outside this building, I'm stopped and thanked for bringing this conversation up. So yeah, I think it's been worth it. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Senator Sullivan. Any additional announcements, members? Seeing none, Majority Leader Rodriguez.
Thank you, Mr. President. A few announcements. Members, for those of you who have not joined Google Workplace, Manish sent an email yesterday about steps that must be taken to continue your email forwarding. Please look for the email titled Colorado General Assembly Forwarding Confirmation as soon as possible to avoid interruptions receiving all of your email. As a reminder, when a fire alarm occurs, all senators and staff are required to check in with Senate Services staff at the Buffalo statue near the east steps before heading elsewhere. Senate Services staff can easily be found looking for their bright orange vests. This is important because Senate Service staff is required to share a head count with State Patrol to ensure everyone in the Senate is accounted for. Colleagues, you do not need to return. We just have some bills to read across the desk. Mr. President, I move that the Senate recess until 10:30 a.m. today.
That's a proper motion. Senator Weissman, thank you for having an amazing bolo tie on today. Mr. Minority Leader, I noticed the fabric of your pants are jeans, and I wasn't sure if Senator Exum's hand is up. Minority Leader, this is not an auction. The Minority Leader will be charged somewhere between $5 and $10, let's say $7 for wearing jeans today on the Senate floor. Thank you very much, Mr. Minority Leader. You all have heard the motion. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, no. The ayes have it. The Senate will stand in recess until 10:30 a.m.